Hello, everyone. Hi, Mercy. Okay, can anyone hear me? Let me check the comment section. Good evening, everyone. If you can hear me, please say I in the comment section. Can anyone hear me? Let me see the affirmation. Okay. I think you can hear. Good evening, everyone. Good evening. Good to have us here again. So, it's 2 months now. 2 months, 2 whole months, and we are still standing. Please let's drop our names in the chat section and where we are joining in from. Please go and disturb your people in your group chat. Tell them that we have started. You don't want to miss today's section. Like today is very important. You know why? My coach is coming on to speak to us. I have a story to tell, a beautiful story. This person that is coming on, my success story is not complete without him. So I'm really happy he's coming. And the section is bringing to us is very important for everyone. Some persons might say, I I don't want to stand on the stage, so I don't need public speaking. By then, you don't have to stand on the stage to get public speaking skills. You really need it because you will be communicating with people, you will go for job interviews, you will be communicating with your teammates. For you to excel, you need to know how to speak well. So many people are shy, they will say they are introverts. That is the reason why you need to pay attention to today's section. And thank God for TFM. TFM knows what you need. TFM knows what you need in the marketplace. That's why they are bringing up this section for you. Let me check the chat section and see where my people are coming in from. I can see Ayomi Day from Lagos. I can see Loretta. I can see Tilope from Bayelsa. I can see Sophia from Enugu State. I can see Ngozika. Welcome everyone. I hope it's been a lovely and beautiful time with us today. And we had a beautiful time in God's presence today for those that went to church. So shortly before our speaker comes, we have a section, our feedback section, which I related to Ox in the group chat. So one of the things that help every industry, every company grows is feedback. Feedback is very important and very important. And we would really want to get your honest feedback on how the class has been for you. Because when you give us the honest feedback, are we doing well? What aspect? Are we not doing well? What aspect? When you give us honest feedback, it helps us to make the process better for you. So if there are things you think we need to improve on for the process to be better for you, this is the time for you to speak up. We welcome every feedback, constructive feedback for TFM to grow. So some of us will be joining us on the live section and they'll be sharing their how the process has been for them, how their experience is over 2 months. Like you are still standing. You are my VIPs. Remember I said there's no room for giving up. And we still have each and every one of us still standing here. I'm super proud of you. So very soon they'll be coming live with me to share their experience and how far they've gone. Okay, I think I have someone here. Yeah. I have Iyanu here with
Hi,
me. Hi. Good to
good
have you here.
evening, Miss
Good to have you
Precious.
here.
It's good to be here too.
Yeah, good to have you here. So we have someone online now, and we are waiting for the others to join in. We have okay, I think someone Florence has joined us. Hello, Florence.
Hello, ma'am. Good
Hello.
evening. Hello,
Good
ma'am. Good evening, ma'am.
evening. Good evening. Good evening. Good to have you here.
Thank you, ma'am.
Yeah, yeah. So we still have some other persons joining us. So, like I said, this section is very important for us. Very, very important. And thanks to Florence, the likes of Florence, to Yano, that has taken up this opportunity to share with us how the journey has been with them. I'm super, super excited to have them here live. Okay, so I think okay, the next person said she's having network issues. So we would wait for her. But before she comes in, I think we can go on with others. Let's go on with others. So I think I should start with Yanu. Hi Yanu.
Hi.
So you tell us your tech track and also tell us how the experience has been for you.
Yeah, my name is Adeshi Yanu, and my track is data analytics. It's been very awesome journey, I must say. Very, very interesting, educative, exposing, really. And I must say, I'm very thankful, very, very thankful to TFM for this opportunity so far. This past few weeks has been a life changing for me because it's something I've always wanted to do, and right on a platter of gold, I have it. I'm so grateful.
That's beautiful.
So, my feedback is one, we have seasoned tutors. I must say they are very knowledgeable in what they are teaching us. We've had two tutors so far in our own track, and I must say that they are really very knowledgeable in what they are dishing out to us. Also, that they enable us to ask questions. They are not shunning us down. They want us to talk every minute. There is no hiding anywhere. You ask question even outside the scope of what they are teaching us. And I must say that really they really are doing a good job for us. They are also very welcoming. You would have thought that, okay, they know that we're getting this for free, yes, and they would have treated us in a very different way. But I'm really grateful for this. I'm also grateful to the team because you really did a good job looking for tutors that would take us on this ride very, very beautifully. Because I, I was also thinking, I was discussing with my friend. I'm like, well, I don't know what this is going to be like. I was thinking, okay, it's free and it might not be very comprehensive. It might not be, you know, that's my idea. Coming in and being on this for the past few weeks, I'm really convinced and I'm thankful. That's first. Secondly, Miss Precious, you've really been very helpful. You are
Oh,
really
thank
very
you.
open. Yes, yes. Very open on our Telegram, very open to help us address every issue. You might not be perfect, but I tell you, thank you. Thank you. I know some of my colleagues on the call would agree with me on that. I'm really
Thank you.
grateful to you. There are sometimes you're lost in between the rivers and you are there to catch us and help us not to drown. Yeah. So, thirdly, I want to say the platform has really given us opportunity to have friends, new collabo friends. Coming to talk about accountability partners. I made a friend in a car and we've been good. We've been talking. It's really a good one for us. And I'm thankful. I'm thankful. I wouldn't say that there are no flaws, but I would say it's almost flawless. The team has really done their assignment well, and yes, I would say it's almost flawless. But however, there's always room for improvement. I tried so hard to think about what could be improved, and one thing I would point out is the curriculum. For my track, we are done with Excel. And I still, yes, we need to read more, we need to do more, but if the program could be extended a little, maybe not for our set, for the coming set, to ensure that we are able to cover enough, I mean, quite a number of things before we jump to another. We are on Power BI now, and I would say that we still have a lot of assignment to do on Excel. Personally, some of us are lazy, not lazy per se, but it's not good. What the teacher teaches us, and you go back to it, and you're able to do something on it. I'm really grateful though, but if that could be put into consideration going forward, to be awesome, so that everybody's carried and we are able to achieve what we have come for, to become data analyst in the nearest couple of weeks. Thank you very much. And also thank you for all the YouTube videos. The YouTube videos are very, very helpful. I would say, because sometimes I'm on traffic, and I it's all right. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. Thank you. I know it's so beautiful having you here. Thank you. I really appreciate it. I
Thank
appreciate
you.
your honest feedback. I'm excited that at least we are growing, you are growing, and it's been awesome move with each and every one of us. We've received your feedback as regards to extending the program, though we have a mentorship, 3 months mentorship program where you can still ask. But don't worry, we'll come back with answers for all your feedbacks and everything that you
For all
requested for.
your feedback.
So I think we have thank you so much. I really appreciate. I really, really appreciate. Thanks. And so it's awesome having you here. Okay, so we have
Thank you.
Florence on the call. Florence, please can you introduce yourself? Good to have you here. Welcome, 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 welcome. I'm so
Thank
happy to have you
you.
here.
Thank you. Good evening, everyone. My name is
Good
Ajayi Florence
evening.
from Front End Development Track. Thank you so much for this opportunity to say how my journey has been so far, to share with other people how it has been. My journey has been amazing. It has been really, really good. I've really enjoyed learning the front end development with TFEM. And so far, we've done quite a number of things. We did the basis of HTML, CSS, and media queries. Although there is no track that doesn't have its own challenges, I have encountered so many challenges, but several assignments has kept me going. There has been a point I felt like I don't think this thing is for me, because when you are trying to accomplish a thing and it's not working, for hours you are trying to debug your code, it's not, nothing is showing for, you just feel like, I don't think I want to go on any longer. But my accountability partner has been really helpful. She'll be the one to say, "Our Florence, we can still do it. Let's do it this way, let's do it that way." And then our facilitators today has been amazing. Whenever you have any problem, you can go to them. Even while in the class, they can use us to answer questions before we even start, to make sure that we understood better what they've taught us before we move to the next thing. And also, I've been able to use articles that have been sent by our facilitators to build myself the more. But I've been pushing, and yes, I'm grateful for the opportunity that TFM has given me. It is priceless, and I'm grateful. And one of my honest feedback about this program was when we had our first test. I had issues with my network. So I wasn't able to like flow very well with the test. So the test, I was among the second batch that did the test, so it wasn't going well for me. I just felt like the test elapsed hour should be extended. So for people that will have network issues, they can also go over it. It should be like an hour, at max an hour, but probably the minutes to for each person should be like probably 15 minutes, but we can still access the link for an hour. So if you have network issues, for an hour you should be able to go over the test.
Oh, so sorry about that. I think our network is acting up. Let's just wait a bit to get that one back. Yeah. I'm so happy seeing us being live with us here. Okay, I think I have someone here. I have Glory with me. Glory Chabaka. I understand the national grid we are now, light issue and all that, but it's fine. So let's just wait for Florence for a minute. If she doesn't come on, then we'll go on with Glory. Good to have you here. Glory, how you doing?
I'm good. Good evening. I'm so excited to
Good
be on this.
evening. Oh, I'm super excited to have you here. Actually, I'm super excited to have you here. So I think Florence's network is acting up. So let's just go on with you. Your name, your tech track, and how's the journey been so far? It's 2 months already. 2 good months. Like share with us, just us what has been happening. Where do you think we should improve? Yeah, are we doing well? Let's hear from you.
Okay,
Okay, I
good
think
evening,
Florence is back.
everyone. Once again. Okay, do I wait for her to finish or should I continue?
Yeah, let's just wait. I think if she's coming up, or if she isn't, because she has gone off again. So let's just continue with you. I think the network is really bad.
Okay, super excited to be here on CAF Fellowship. It has been an awesome journey. Like the way you guys put up the resources, the curriculum is so fantastic. The facilitators, Daniel and Efe, they are so wonderful. I'm into data analysis learning track. So it's been so awesome so far. The pre-recorded videos as well allows me to go through the classes over and over again and gain more understanding. Um, I think one of the general problem I have most time is the technical issues. So, and there's nothing we can do about it as an individual. So the pre-recorded videos help me to grasp the knowledge I'm supposed to grasp after the whole shenanigans of tech problems. So it's so fantastic so far. That's all I can say. Kudos to you guys. You guys are doing very well. Thank you for this opportunity.
Thank you so much. Thank you. I really appreciate. Thank you so much. I think we have Beatrice on the call. Beatrice, if you can speak up, let's just hear from you. Let's be snappy because I think our speaker is already here and is waiting for us. Good to have you here, Beatrice. Introduce yourself, your tech track, and how has this journey been for you? All right, you can go on, Beatrice. We can't hear you. Oh, we can't hear you. Is it from my end? Can you guys hear her? Please affirm if you can hear her. I don't know if it's from my end. Can you hear her? Um, or maybe probably it's the network. I think it's a network. I understand it's been the network this period and the light issue is something else, so I understand perfectly well. So I think it's time for us to welcome our speaker. Remember I said something. I'm super excited we are having this person. Like this person gives you back to back, back to back, back. Is someone I really appreciate. Is someone I respect so much. It was my tutor 4 years back in TEFEM. So I would say TEFEM has been giving us value back to back. and I'm super excited to have Mr. Asher on this call with me. Yeah, is here. I'm super excited. When you talk about public speaking, he's the go-to person. Remember, I said I will share my story someday. Don't worry. I will share it very, very soon. Very, very soon. Welcome, Mr. Asher. Welcome. We are super excited to have you here. I think on this note, let's welcome our speaker for tonight, Mr. Asher. Or over to you, Mr. Asher.
Hi, good evening, everybody. Please, if you can hear me, give me a audio checklist. Can you hear me clearly? Can you hear me clearly,
Yeah, but
please?
not too loud.
Okay, so can you hear me very well now?
Yeah, yeah, it's audible. I can hear you and it's clearer.
Okay, that's fine. In a bit, I would be sure to continue speaking. So, good evening, Precious. I'm also very excited to be sure and be seeing you as the host for TEFEM African Fellowship. As time goes on, I'll try as much as possible to be sure that my voice doesn't go low beyond or below what my voice should sound like. So, good evening, everybody. Because I'm on StreamYard, I don't know if it's possible to see the amount of persons on this call. Because definitely, I don't know. I would have loved to call names, but I literally can't
Okay,
see
I
anybody's
think
name
you,
here.
you can see their chat. There's a place you can see their comments. So from there you would see their names and you can call.
Call names.
Yeah,
Okay, I think
yeah,
I've
yeah.
seen some names already, though. Yeah,
You've
so I
seen?
can see Chioma, I can see Peace Bello. But those are previous comments, though. But regardless,
Oh, he's out of the call. Guys, let's just wait a bit for him to come back. I think the network is really bad today as well. So while we wait for Mr. Ash, okay, he has come back.
yeah, can you hear me now, please? Hello, can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can, I can.
Okay, good, good, good. So, it's best I also put on my camera so I can be very sure I have
Yes, I wanted to say you don't want us to see your face.
Ha 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 ha. So I'm back. So I think or I know that it's important that if I see one or two persons, or if you can't see me, definitely we will have a good conversation. So this evening I had to go put on my TFM hoodie deliberately for the fuel and connection to be sure that I have everybody in store here. Right. So my name is Asha Aurora. I love to speak and I love to pass information in the best possible way in such that people get my message. Right. So it means I'm a messenger. Do you understand? So it's important that in public speaking that when we have a particular message, we may have an obstacle, and that is what we call fear. So in today, I would be your prophet, I will be your apostle, I will be your pastor in making sure that everybody is being delivered from where fear is to where confidence should be. So with that being said, without wasting much time, I would want you to go in the comment section and type your name and write confident. So you can write Asha Aurora, which is my name. If I was on the comment section, I would type Asha Aurora, comma, I am confident. So from there, I can begin to pick some people's name thereabouts. So I was quite very excited with the topic for today because I think I have a story to share with it. Why did I say so? Because I believe over the years I have struggled with fear. And would I say fear still comes up once in a while? But definitely in public speaking, there's an ability for us to turn our fears into excitement. I've not gotten anybody's comment yet. I'm still waiting for. Probably you can get one or two comments. Write your name and beside it write I am confident. Let me see if anybody has dropped his or hers. Nobody yet. So please do that as time goes on. So I keep talking.
Yeah,
I keep talking.
Mr. Usher,
So
their
before
comments are there. Good afternoon, Mr. Asha. Sorry, I have to join in.
Okay,
Their
good
comments are
afternoon.
there. If you click, you see comments. They have been typing. I just want you to
Okay,
be sure
great,
you're
great, great,
seeing
great.
it.
Okay, I think I've seen it already. So I've seen from Tiffy, I've seen from Kate, Frank, I've seen from Betty, I've seen from Helen, I've seen from Chioma, Susan. Great, 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 great. So let's just continue typing. While that happens, it's for us to understand that we become who we need to become by affirming what we want to become. It's not tautology, but I'll say it again. We become what we need to become by affirming what we decide to become. So as I want to continue in this, today's Sunday, so permit me to be using sermons, preaching, because people like deliverance in this part of Africa, right? So with that being said, I want to also give thanks to the lead organizer, the chief executive officer for TEFEM, TEFEM Worldwide, TEFEM International, in the place of Miss N. Mercy. Thank you so much, Ma, for giving me this opportunity to do what I love to do best, right? And for everybody who was here and who is here, for a couple of seconds and minutes, I was listening to your testimonies. And one of the things I can let you know is that you are becoming when you actually go through the journey you are going through. Because if we do a little of statistics, we find out that tech is actually going to be leading in the next few years. That is, if it's not leading already, right? So most of you are learning some. In TFM, we call it the most needed skill in this century, or the most needed skill to teach yourself or to learn in this time. So it's a great privilege that you are actually learning this skill at this point in time. So congratulations to every single person. It's quite sad that we may be having network issues thereabout, but that withstanding, your persistence, your tolerance to not giving up, it's also important to be sure that you have, or you can call yourself someone who is a beneficiary of the TFEM African Fellowship 2024, right? On my screen, I can see soft skill series. That's really interesting, right? So let me delve into what we have today. Public speaking for career advancement. It's quite a very interesting topic. Why I say so is because in those days in Futu, because I graduated from Futu, I used to tell everybody, not just the student I taught in TFM for public speaking. I used to go to other classes, people who are probably learning content creation, people who are learning graphic design. If I had the opportunity to speak, I tell my student that you are of great advantage if you are a web developer and you know how to communicate your thought as a web developer. That's what it is. It will be so much beautiful. It will be so much beautiful if you find yourself as a cybersecurity, right? And you can be able to communicate your thought as a cybersecurity practitioner. Don't be shocked. Or keep on doing what you're doing. It will be so great. Am I having a call? Sorry. It will be so great if you are what tech skill course can we give ourselves? It will be so great if you are I've called a graphic designer, I've called a web developer, I've called which other test key can we call again? Right? Probably photography. And you want to be able to be sure that you find yourself.
Okay, let's wait, guys. I think there is a bit of network glitch. So let's just wait a bit while our speaker comes back on stage. Mm. So please let me just advise us before he comes back. You just need to be attentive. You don't know which word will get to you and transform your life. Mr. Asha has been an awesome person. He has been an awesome coach. So you have a lot to learn from him. He's someone that has been in this field, is making waves, and you can see the growth if you are following him. You can see the growth. So when people that are in this field, you've seen growth, it's very, very wise that you listen to these people so you know what's happening. Like the story I wanted to share before it comes back in 4 years back during the COVID 19, while I was at home, I was supposed to graduate that year, but COVID happened. We were unable to graduate, and I was home. TFM came up with the public speaking online class. I was like, oh, since I'm just at home doing nothing, let me open for the public speaking class. I think it was a 3 weeks class which we did. We were shared into groups. We had our projects. We worked with teams. And after public speaking class, we had a project that we had to present, which we did. I think I posted most of those things on online. Then the video I posted. So fast forward to after graduation, I moved to Lagos, and while waiting for NYSC, I was in Lagos and I was on the island. TFM had a conference for people in Lagos. They've been doing their conference for the East, and they moved to Lagos for that year. And it happens that I was in Lagos that year. And the anchor for that program was supposed to be Mr. Asha, and there were some jobs he had to do in Port Harcourt and in Delta State, so he was unable to come. And I saw somebody messaged me on my WhatsApp, "Hi Precious, how you doing? Hasn't been with you." I was like, "I'm good, I'm good, I'm good." Saying, "When last did you host? When last did you anchor the event?" I was laughing. I said, "Ah, man, not really official anchoring of programs and all that. I just do it for fun, family parties, then you do the MC, but not really official." Was like, "You've gone through my class and I know you can do it. So you will be the one to anchor the conference for TFEM DG Africa." So that's what it's called, DG Africa. And it happens that in TFEM, TFEM has so many patrons, which most of them they base in Lagos because most of their firms, their companies are here in Lagos. Okay, so we have Mr. Asha here. I was trying to keep you guys busy, so my story has to cut short at this point. While we welcome back Mr. Asha.
Okay,
I
guys. So
think
while
the
I keep
next,
talking, there's a reason. But can you hear me, please?
yeah, we can, yeah.
Yeah, good. So please, pressure, just remain on your spot. I know it's fine that I should have the attention, but I'll try as much as possible to keep the energy. Right. So the reason for not putting on my camera, my reasons are a lot, but permit me to put it off for this meantime. Right. But I'll keep talking. Good. So as I was saying, it's important for us to understand that there is an advantage for us having public speaking as a skill. Why? Because I mentioned before now, before I had a little disruption, that you have great advantage if you are a tech influencer and you know how to speak. Now, let's go down into the YouTube world or into the tech world. You find a lot of people who are on Instagram being able to communicate their thoughts, being able to communicate what they think about a brand, being able to communicate what they think about a new development in technology. Now, these things are not as easy as we think. A lot of people will say, take a ring light and talk in front of a ring light. That's fine. But in public speaking, what we need to learn today is seeing how, or try as much as possible to see that we can communicate and say our thoughts as freely as possible, as confident as possible, so that whatever idea you have in your technological world becomes of great advantage to you. I'm going to say this in another word, or I'm going to say this in another phrase. I will say it for the last time, that you are of great advantage if you learn the skill of public speaking. The topic says public speaking in career advancement. So it means TFM has also understood that if you have public speaking as a soft skill, trust me, it's going to help you in your career advancement. If you are in, I have a friend who works with Kuda Bank. I also have a friend who works with Microsoft. There's something called a stand-up call meeting once in a while for those who really work remotely. And if you understand how stand-up meeting works, it's important that you share your goals, you share the things you ought to do in a week. And sometimes I was talking with my friend in Kuda Bank. He said something that one of the ways they promote them, aside the fact that you must have um, great results as a web developer, it's also important to see that you are able to communicate your goals, because it is naturally seen that those people who can fluently say their ideas are actually brave and they know what they are doing. That's the truth, right? It is clear. Don't say much. Those who can speak fluently with audacity are said to be confident, and they have They have the first role of being promoted in any other thing, in any other industry whatsoever. I tell you the truth. So let me go to the comment section for a reason. Who can I see here? So example, Priska works with Kuda Bank and Williams Bittret works with OP. Currently, there are two microfinance banks that are doing BASBOs positively in Nigeria. Is it Kuda Bank? No. OP and Money Point. What are you using? OP. What are you using? Money Points. Nice one. So even if you're using Access Bank, even if you're using OP, you should have at least that account microfinance because they are sweet. Now, imagine that you have to have what we call an opportunity to work with such big brands by God's grace. And we call upon, I'm seeing a comment somewhere, and we call upon Aisha or Sophia is.
Oh no, why today? Network. Let's hold on a bit. I believe he would join us soon. Okay, back to my story before I join in. So it happens that DJ Africa was supposed to happen in Lagos. So my coach, Mr. Asha, said I would have to do the anchoring of the program. He knows I can do it. I've gone through his class. I said, okay, that's fine. I should go and do research. So one of the things I learned so many things from that experience. I went on, I did some research because I've been doing it for fun, MC with family members, and that's it. So I had to do some research. How do you anchor program? Then after which we went for the conference, BG Africa, and we went so many people. I was opportunity to anchor that program. Why? Because I gave into public speaking class. It's not because I want to stand on the stage. That was not the mindset at that time. I just wanted to improve on my speaking abilities. That that's one of the soft skills I really wanted to improve on. So fast forward to the conference. There was a period during the conference I asked everybody to connect with each and everyone in the hall. Remember when we started TFM, I told us there's power in connection, which some of our speakers have spoken already, and we connected. Okay, it's back on. My story ends there. We'll continue later. Welcome, Mr. Asha.
Thank you very much, Precious. Your story is very interesting, and I definitely will not have to teach for long so that we can hear your story till the end. Right. So, in continuation with what I was saying, I said you have great advantage. So, imagine we call two persons who will be having an opportunity to work with Money Point. Don't take Money Point as a smaller. See, Money Point is huge. OPay is huger if possible, right? They've had the highest growing amount of customer base, not just in Nigeria, in Africa as a whole, right? And if you can penetrate through the Nigerian market, you are good and good enough. So imagine you have a job opportunity to intern or to be on internship and also to be paid. And they say, please give us reasons why you are able to work with OPay as a microfinance bank, knowing that there are a lot of competitions in Nigeria as a tough economy, what would you say? Now, see, that is why I'm saying that the cost of public speaking is an advantage so you can have advancements. Because you don't want to be found lacking in communication when you know your onions very well, because a lot of people are have actually gone through the fellowship. Beautiful. I heard most of the testimonies going on. Beautiful testimony. But I'll let you know that there will be a time to do what we call a litmus test in chemistry, whereby we will know if the skill you have learned can also be taught to other people, right? So you have learned, for example, what skill do we use right now? Graphic design, for example. You've learned graphic design for 2 months, for a whole 2 months, and you're going to be the brand identity designer or the creative designer for OP. Right, and they say, please, can you share with us? Share with us. You say you've been learning, you've joined the fellowship for TFM for 2 months. Beautiful. Can you share with us how we can continually help our OPay brands in the eyes of our customers to be much more better? What would you see? Now, I tell you that over 85% of the world population are scared. Let me go it deeper. They are not just scared of life, they are scared of speaking. I'll say it again. They are not just scared of life, they are scared of speaking. Sorry, guys. 2 seconds. So as I was saying, when you are called up on the spot spontaneously in public speaking, there's something called extemporaneous speech. There's something called the manuscript speech, and there's something called extemporaneous speech, manuscript speech, and what's the last one? Am I forgetting the last one? But if I remember, I'll let you all know. The impromptu speech, that's the last one. Good. So most of the time, you don't have to prepare for all your speech. At that time, at that spot, you can be called upon to say something. And in Nigeria, sometimes we say we don't have something to say. When you now get back home, you now realize that, oh, I would have said this, I would have said that. I'm trying to say again that it is of great advantage if you want to have a career advancement to learn the act of public speaking. I'm going to share a few things with us today. Trust me, this class is not going to be as long as what you think. Right. So I'm going to talk a little about fear, and I'm also going to talk about confidence. Right. Fear is real. Let's not cut the chase at all. Fear is very real. Most of you are on this call, you are very free, you can put on your videos, you can talk. It's different from when you are in front of at least 500 audience, or if not, 500 is too much. 100, Asha, what are you saying? 100 is too much. 50, most of you, 50 looks like 5,000 for you. No, 50 is too much. 10, where two or three are gathered. Now, can you even introduce yourself in front of people? You find out that it becomes much more harder than what we think. I tell you the gospel truth. To communicate is a skill. It's not see, being a noisemaker maybe can be an advantage for you, but for you to constructively give your thoughts, your ideas, your constructive criticism to whatever you need to say is a skill. Now, when you stand in front of people, you would be tested, right? Now, what is fear? Fear is basically what would ever what
Hmm. Today's network. You must learn what you need to learn today, regardless of the network. Let's still wait for him. Let me try and remember where I stopped before he came in. Okay, so I was saying that during this section, I had to tell everyone to connect with everyone in the room. And while we are connecting with each other, we exchange contacts. And I exchanged contact with someone I never knew would be my boss today, whom I'm working with today. So while after the section, after everything, I received a call from my present boss. Then he was like, "Hello, Precious. Are you still in Lagos?" I was like, "Yes." So many things happened. Time, opportunity, and being prepared for the opportunity and being at the right place at the right time. So those are different things, different lessons I learned from this experience, this part of my life. Then I answered and it was like, okay, because during this section, I was able to share how TFEM has transformed my life. I studied something very different from what I'm doing today, but see how acquiring skills has helped me today. This is why whatever thing you are doing, just be intentional about it. You don't know what the future holds. You don't know where you would need these skills. You don't know where would happen and it would call you forth to use those stuff you acquired before. So it was like I have a job, my company has a contract with a particular firm and they would want us to do a teaser pop in an official aspect. I was like, okay, that's fine. Can you send me the script? I had to go and do research. Remember, the first one I did research. This other one I had to do research. I wasn't really good in it, but I knew that I can get better when I get to know about it, learn about it. I can do something. I did research about it, and the day for the job came. We went out And it happens that, funny enough, the company, they do something related to my field of study in school, which I studied before I graduated. I was like, oh, this is a beautiful one. I'm really interested in this. And I had to ask my boss, my present boss, which was not my boss then, okay, these are the things I think we should do. We should ask people questions or enlighten them before. So I had to advise him on some things. So when you are working, another lesson, when you are working with someone, your input matters a lot. Your input matters a lot. How to be able to solve a particular problem matters a whole lot. And I had to give my own advice on how we can get something reasonable from what we want to do, which we did. And that day we finished the job. I was paid for that day. And a month after, my boss still called me. Then it wasn't my boss. It was like, "Are you still in Lagos?" I said, "Yes." He said, "Okay, we are having a project, a contract, and I really need a project assistant, a production assistant." I was like, "Okay, that's fine. I'm free." Then I was waiting for my NYC. That was okay. In fact, we'll continue later. Welcome back.
Yeah, can you hear me now? I'm sorry for the network bridge back front,
Yes,
back
we
front, back
can.
front.
It's
Yeah,
fine.
so because we're in Nigeria, my apologies will not be so much like that because you can relate to whatever is
Yeah,
happening.
exactly.
So,
Exactly.
but regardless, I'm really sorry, guys. So back again to what I was saying, I said you have great advantage. I've said advantage like 20 times today, so you understand that it's very important for you to learn the skill of public speaking. So I was talking about fear, and I was saying that fear is whatever that makes you not to become who you should become, right? The fear of what they will think about you, or the fear that my makeup is not too much, or the fear my makeup is much, the fear that I want to wear a Brazilian hair wig, or the fear I'm not well dressed, or the fear that I'm an albino, or the fear that I'm dark. A lot of fears can make people not to perform. Right. So it's important that we first of all understand our true identity. I am the way I am because I've learned what I should be. Right. I used to tell my students those times that you must mimic who you should mimic so you can find your true identity. I'll say it again. If by watching Frank Evewo, for example, of Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, can help you gain confidence, please watch him again and again, because confidence will not just come to any person who is sleeping on his or her bed. Confidence will come first if you can gain inspiration from those people you see as confident. I don't know if you got that point. I'll say it again, again. That the only way for us to overcome fear is to watch, first of all, those, or even imagine those who are confident. Because the confidence we all desire is in us already. The only thing we have to do is to stir it up. And I'm saying one of the ways we can stir confidence up, first of all, is by watching those who have become confident over the years. Now, on the comment section, tell me an amazing speaker you love listening to. On the comment section, let's do that ASAP. Let's do that ASAP. On the comment section, tell me an amazing speaker that you love listening to, because you become who you should become if you have been listening to the right persons. Right? Over the years, we've stayed with both our mothers, our fathers, our parents, and when you talk, sometimes our aunties will be like, "You're talking like your father." It's because you have actually spent a couple of years with them. You don't have a choice than to be like them and to talk like them. But being with your parents may not be sufficient for you to find your fluent way of communicating. So if being with your parents, you've not also gained so much confidence, it means you have to go externally. Let me go to the comment section and see if we've gotten names there. Um, Peterson, Jordan, awesome. Visu, that's my guy. So you keep on writing something. Somebody said, "My brother." Who is your brother? Please let us know. So the fact is that it's very, very important for you to find a role model. A role model is not someone who you watch and watch forever. A role model is somebody who you watch and you practice after his steps. The reason of practicing after his steps is not for you to end like him, but it's for you to find your true identity. Someone write it down. Your true identity would give you your own uniqueness. In public speaking, there's something called authenticity. In other words, originality. The aim is not to be like Asha. The aim is not to be like the beautiful precious here. The aim is not to be like whoever you need to become. The aim is not to be like Visu, right? The aim is for you to gain inspiration from them and become who you should become. Guys, check it out. Right? I'm a reflection of the persons I've been listening to over and over again. I love listening to one man. His name is Apostle Joshua Selman. You dare not listen to him and be the same again. I'm saying Apostle Joshua Selman because today is Sunday. There are other people I also listen to. But I mentioned Apostle Joshua Selman, aside from the fact that today is Sunday, he speaks with audacity. And I want to be a man of power, not the ability to shake a man do, but a man with might and power that has not touched all his powers yet, probably. But when I speak, even if you don't see my face, you can be able to say, actually, no be video with this guy problem. My voice is sufficient enough for me to pass the message. Trust me. It's not pride, but it's actually pride in what I'm doing, guys. Check it out. It's actually pride in what I'm doing. I had an interview in my internship days when I was still in photo. I did my internship in Toyota. And my late boss, his name is Adeyinka Wasiu. Adeyinka Wasiu was the chief technological officer for UBA Bank, was the chief technological officer for Zenith Bank, and he now came to Toyota. One of the things he will say I love about you is that Asha, you did talk, not being a noisemaker, but he said, Asha, this your confidence. Literally, he could say, Asha, you feel said this whole company. Oh. Guys, check it out. I literally was an intern, but I was working like a staff. Don't play. That's the way it looks like. Your confidence must be oozing. It must be at the top. But all I'm saying in essence is that your confidence will surely grow from zero if it's at zero. Some of you are in -5. The Lord will help you. Like I said, today is a deliverance service. If you are in zero, fine. If you're in -5, I'll lay hands on you. If you're in -20, don't worry, we'll have a special service for you after, and probably third service. But all I'm saying in essence is that you can grow your confidence from wherever you think it is to a bigger, better, stable point, whatever you want it to be, right? And I said that if you keep on paying attention to the people you love, you would surely become them. Now, there's a gap, or there is a midpoint between listening and becoming. I'll say it again. There is a midpoint between listening and becoming. It is called practicing. I said it, yes. I'm sure you know it before now. It is called practicing, guys. Most of you will sit down on your chair and say, oh, my, this guy, they speak. This guy is good. Excuse me. This guy is good will not become who you should become. This guy is good, is a good one. But you must now begin to practice so you can find your true identity. So that when you speak, somebody can say, like, guy, you are good, though. The aim is not for the other person to be good, it's for you also to be good. It's important I had to pause a little so you can sink, you can sink, you can sink, you can sink. Precious, do I right? Don't give me thumbs up. I can see. Just give me thumbs up. I want to be sure you hear me. Great. Awesome. Good. So imagine what preparation is. In public speaking, there are 3 P's: preparation, practicing, and performance. Preparation, practicing, and performance. Let me talk about preparation, right? I tell myself, write it in the comment section, it is only the prepared that deserves to be confident. Who does you confident? From where? See, the audience are like a shark that if you don't know how to navigate inside the sea, they will bite you. And forever in your life, you tell yourself, I will never hold a microphone, or I will never have to stand in front of an audience. Or if they ask me, what do I have to say? I will tell them that actually they've said it. So I literally don't have anything to say. Because some people have had a very nasty, bad experience because they found their hands shaking, they found their legs shaking, and they could not just communicate their thoughts in the best possible way. They should communicate their thoughts, right? So all I'm saying that you must begin to practice, you must begin to prepare. The question right now is there a time to prepare? It's now. Precious can probably relate to this. Every single time I have to teach public speaking, I used to use an example, MTN Project Fame. I loved that program so much. And for the first time, I had the opportunity to go to MTN office in Lagos, Nigeria. And I met the music director for MTN Project Fame. His name is Ben, Uncle Ben. I was so excited to see him. I said, sir, you're wicked. He said, yes, I'm the wicked uncle. So let me tell you something real good. I had to watch, not Moses Ben, I had to watch Joseph Benjamin and Bonali for over 4 years for me to be able to have my own special type of intro. If you have ever followed MTN Project Fame, you would hear, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to MTN Project Fame Season 9, where fame. See, I learned that line over and over again because I didn't want it to play only in my head. I wanted to say it with a mouth. So for those who are playing imagination, imagination will not take us far, but saying what you should say with what you imagine will make you have your truest self and give you your own identity. On the comment section, I want someone to say Asha ride on. Asha ride on, Asha ride on, Asha ride on. I need more fuel, guys, even if you're not seeing my face. Ride on, ride on, ride on, ride on, ride on. Comment section needs to be on fire right now, guys. Great. Who's laughing there? Bumi. Did you hear Rema? Ride on, ride on. I want to see ride on. I want to see ride on. Yeah, thank you so much, Priska. The midpoint between listening and becoming is practicing. Ride on. Thank you so much, guys. That's it, that's it, that's it. So I continued because I've gotten a lot of affirmations to what it is. So I'm saying that when you practice in your bathroom, see, the beginning of practicing first is imagination, right? You are imagining that you wish you are the person on that stage. You are imagining you are the person that should probably be doing so well in the interview. That's beautiful. You are imagining, which is not bad, but it's important that, for example, because one of the things TFM is going to be exposing you to is job opportunities. Please and please don't disgrace TFM. And don't disgrace Asha that came to tell you about soft skills called public speaking. I don't also disgrace the host and anchor here, Precious, that is sharing her beautiful story. And you say you missed the interview or you failed it because you could not confidently share your thoughts. Please and please, if you have an interview tomorrow, do well to rehearse. It's not a fluke. Do well to rehearse. Stand up in the morning. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. When they say intro, do you know, up till now, most of you don't know how to introduce yourself. What do you have to say? That's one of the questions employers will ask every tech employee. Can you introduce yourself? Introduce yourself. Most of you are you are good afternoon. My name is Sonia Bakashi. You use A and finish everywhere. I'm happy to be here. Excuse me. Get your line straight, guys. Get your line straight. Get your line straight. It's part of rehearsals. Get your line straight. It will help you. Like I said, it is only the confidence that deserves, or it is only the prepared that deserves to be confident, right? It is only the prepared that deserves to be confident. I'm trying as much as possible not to talk about public speaking in the realms of anchoring events, but that's not only it, because not everybody are going to be event hosts, but most of us we are going to be having the opportunity to manage 2,000 persons. I have a boss that I work with. He once worked with MTN and he told us something. He said he was leading in MTN over 5,000 staffs in West Africa. 5,000 staffs. Don't play. When I mean 5,000 staff, it means you must be able to communicate goals. Honorary GOAL. Goals. Do you know what it is to communicate goals to 5,000 people? Nobody should be left behind. If you will wake up. Because one of the things that helps you effectively pass your message to your audience, number one, write it down, is audacity. At this point in time, I'm going to be sharing the 3 A's of public speaking, and I'll begin to round up. The 3 A's of public speaking. Number one, audacity. Why I can do all I'm doing without a video being on, because it's not quite good for my video not to be on. But why I can do it first is audacity. I tell myself, you cannot go half step into your presentation until you're audacious. Write it down. Audacity is the game, right? Audacity is the game. Can somebody give me on the comment section another word for audacity? Another word for audacity. Another word for audacity. I want to see if somebody's following me here today. Another word for audacity. Can somebody give me another word for audacity? Audacity. Somebody just gave me a name, Asha King of public speaking. I'll write this down and screenshot it. Can somebody give me another name for audacity? Audacity. Brave. Boldness. Bravery. Awesome. I can see your comments over here. Great, great, great. So let me leave this comment section and go back to the screen and see Precious's face while I'm talking. So bravery is so important, guys. It's important that if you are bold enough, you have at least conquered the half step into your presentation. Let me shock you guys. Most of the times I have prepared for some I have not prepared for some presentation, but I do well. You know why? Because I was bold. I know I didn't prepare, but one of the things that helped me scale through is because I spoke like as if I knew. Guys, don't play with braveness. See, one of the things that would have killed Goliath, first of all, is not the stone, is the way the small boy like David stood in front of a giant. Guys, think about it. Because for you to have killed Goliath, first you have to kill him in your mind. Now, you will say, I will kill Goliath, I will kill Goliath. Until you see what Goliath looks like, you may actually run back. But let me tell you something. When you face your fears head on, sometimes we will not know if you have been facing other fears in your secret place. I'll say it again. It will show if you have been facing other fears in your secret place, because every woman would be tested. Yes, that's the truth. Right? So I was giving an analogy about David and Goliath, that David first killed Goliath in his mind and with his words. He said, who is this uncircumcised Philistine? Bros, guys, think about it. How dare you talk with so much confidence with the manager of FCMB back, for example, and you're talking like he's your brother? Hello, good afternoon, sir. My name is Asha Aurora. I'm very happy to be here today. Trust me, you don't need to know people for you to talk confident. Write it down. You don't need to know anybody. Know yourself. Know yourself. What you find out that your words will begin to flow with so much ease. That's the point, guys. Your words will flow with so much ease when you have learned the act of being confident. So, like I said, it's great for you to have confidence as a role in two. Number two, awareness. I may be leaving this call shortly to switch off to my other device because this one may go off. I'm sorry about that, but I may be switching off in case I go off. I'll switch on to my other device. So another one is awareness. Awareness. What does it mean to be aware? Now, we all know that we are in West Africa. We all know that we are in Nigeria. And it's important for us to understand that what we do today or where we see ourselves today is as a result of life, circumstances. Now, it's important for me to know that being in this class and being in this soft skill series class with TEFEM African Fellowship 2024, I understand the scenario of what this class is. I want to teach you what awareness is. Sometimes there's something called eventualities. Eventualities will come in such a way whereby you don't plan for them, but they just happen. I'm sorry to say, some people would have probably been wanting to see my face, but my face is not being showed. Eventualities happen, but it doesn't mean I should not find a way and make sure I don't deliver as much as I want to deliver. See, it's normal for people to come after the class and say, Asha, who is this Asha? That guy is boiling hot. Like I said, it's pride. It's part of the pride. Because if you, at this point in time, as a speaker, you don't have the pride that you should have. Excuse me, what do you want to have? Because if somebody is bold, it means he's proud. But proud with plus, positively proud. Not the proud that you should look down on people, guys, right? But the proud that you know what you're saying, right? You know what you're saying. People who are politicians, the US election is going to be coming very soon. Donald Trump is the most publicized human being. But why people would want to vote for him in the United States is because of how he talks. Even the politicians we have in Nigeria, let's not go too far, they have promised you good roles for years. But you need to look at their face, how they are talking about, I will give you good. They are saying it with so much audacity. And you yourself, you go, they believe. I believe this guy. The way this guy talk, you just want to believe. So you find that people who are influenced are they are actually bent on because somebody actually spoke so well. So learn how to speak with the tool of awareness. I'll go back to what awareness is. Awareness is the ability for you to understand that there are circumstances gathered around a point, but you try as much as possible to navigate your way through it and don't get dragged by your circumstances. With this, you have learned how to be aware of your environment and still learned how to also communicate your thoughts irrespective of any hazard, irrespective of any turbulence, irrespective of any challenge you have. Once you learn this thing, you learn how to push through. I went for an event and the mic wasn't working. The aim was not for me to scream. One of the things I did was there's something called speaker to audience relation. I had to step down, right? I stepped down from the stage and I had to go closer to them and they could hear my voice. That's improvising, right? That's improvising. Most of you, they say your network is bad. You are doing an interview, right? Your network is bad. You can be spontaneous. Guys, okay,
through communication, you can type on the comment section, please kindly allow me change my network shortly because I'm having network issues. Trust me, it's communication. It doesn't, so that it shows that you are confident in what you're doing. For those people who join this call, you are aware that I will leave this call shortly. It's confidence. I'm telling you, I'm not being ashamed about it, but it's circumstances. I'm going to be changing my device shortly. But that's what it is. Awareness. Be aware about your circumstances around so you can navigate your way through it and communicate your thoughts. It's awareness.
Okay, let's just wait a bit for Mr. Asher. I know we are enjoying this section. Trust me, you can stay for hours. Even till tomorrow listening to Mr. Asher. You'll be so glued to him. So let's wait a minute. Okay, before he joins us back, let me continue with my story just to keep us busy. Alright, so let me try to remember where I stopped. It happens that the second time my now boss, then wasn't my boss, he called me, okay, I need a production assistant. Please will you be available for today? I said, yes, that's fine. I'm not doing anything. Still waiting for service. That was 3 years, 2 years back. So I went for the production and I think we did that for 2 days and I was paid for 2 days. Like the money I was getting for just a day, 2 days job, it was overwhelming. Then after that, that was December. I was preparing for my NYC, and I I was thinking about I needed to start working before I go for NYC. I want to settle in Lagos, and I don't want to be posted to where I don't want to work. So I was praying about it. For those that are Christians, you would relate. So I had to tell God about it. And one of the thoughts came, okay, why not talk to this man if it's possible for you to intern with his company? It's a media company. We do other things. So many stuff in the media company. So I was like, okay, let's see how far it goes. But I haven't spoken with him about it. I went for Shiloh. I prayed about it. And God has it in his own way. I got a message from my boss. I haven't really spoken with him about it. And it was like, Precious, what's your plan for next year? That was next year, talking about, I think it was 2023. I was like, okay, currently I'm scouting for a job so I can start working before I go for NYC. Then I applied to NYC to post me to where I'm interning. It was like, I'm proposing we'll work all throughout next year. I was so happy. Like, this is what I wanted to discuss with this man, and he just came and he sent the proposal, everything. I was so happy. And I was like, okay, hope you don't mind. At some point while I'm working with you, I'll be going for my NYC camp. For 3 weeks, I will not be available. He said, perfectly well, there's no problem. And that was how I got the job. And I didn't even work up to 2 weeks. I was called for NYC. He paid me for that month. Start even working till the end of the month. I went for NYC. Though I was posted out of Lagos. Then I had my way. I had to come back to Lagos after my 3 weeks camp. And that was how I got the job. Why am I sharing this story with you? This is what preparation, Asha talked about preparation, practicing, and performance. What if during COVID, while I was free, I did not opt in for that public speaking course? What if when Asha got to me that, okay, you have to anchor for DG Africa conference, and I said, Sir Asha, please, I don't know, I don't know if I can do it. I'm not prepared. I've not done it before. What if, what if, what if? But thank God I took the course. Thank God I had to go do research to prepare myself for the conference. Thank God for TFEM. And today I'm working. Even after my 1 year intern, my 1 year NYC, I was retained in that same company because of being able to work with them, the skills I was able to exhibit while I was working with them. So many things. I told some of my students in my students, the admin. I was telling them one day I will share my stories. Those that are following me on LinkedIn, you get to each and every phase of my life has a story. And I just want to encourage us while we wait for Asha to come in. I just want to encourage us. Whatever thing you are learning, be serious at it. You cannot overemphasize the importance of this soft skills series. That's why we said it is very important. Attendance is important because we know why we have you here. Okay, so while we await Asha, would have to stop here, and maybe some other time I would come with my story. I just wanted to keep us busy. So we have an important personality here. Remember what I said the day we started TFM, our the first day that we had the live course section with you guys. We talked about our sponsors, and one of our sponsors, they are here, the Titrans or the Titrans. When it comes, you would pronounce that word very well for me. And they are into technologies. I think is there on the call. So I would be giving the opportunity for him to speak to us what he has for us today. So for all the games that you did, for some of us that got the airtime, the data, these are the people that made it happen. And for your laptop and iPad, these are the people that has promised that these things will happen. So let's listen to them while they talk to us.
All right. Thank you very much, Precious. Hope you can hear me. Hope everyone can hear
Yeah,
me.
yes, yes, we can. Thank you.
All right. Thank you. Thank you for the amazing work we have been doing. Thank you for all the energy that we have been putting to make this a success. Good evening, everyone. My name is Patrick Inyaito, and I'm here to represent the T-Trans Technology, a very awesome brand that partners with TFEM for the African Fellowship 2024 Soft Skills Series. Please, if you can hear me, I want this session to be very interactive and it's going to be very brief. So just like an icebreaker before I dive into the whole presentation, I would like everyone to comment. What I want you to share with us is if you could invent one piece of tech that doesn't exist yet, what would it be and why? I will take that again. I want to see that in the comment section. If you could invent one piece of tech, what would it be and why? Waiting to see those feedbacks. Okay, 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 okay. Awesome, awesome. Okay, so I will just dive into my presentation. Precious, please confirm you can still hear me. Yeah, I'm
Yes, I
seeing some
can.
awesome comments here. Direct recharge for PSC, an app that can filter mail and pick payment requests before I am an payable officer. Great ideas. Great ideas. Okay, so uh, I'm so excited to be here and to also introduce the T-Trans technology. We are a UK-based company and we are dedicated to empowering individuals with skills, tools that will make them thrive in the tech world. At T-Trans, our goal is to simply be very, very extra ambitious. Our aim is to bridge the gap between talent and opportunities by nurturing skills, creating industry connections, and paving way for lasting career path in the digital space. So through our tailored programs, we provide hands-on experience and personalized support to young tech enthusiasts, and regardless of their background, we build meaningful and successful career in technology, and we also participate in partnership, just like what we are doing with TFM, which is an initiative focused on equipping you guys and young professionals with a skill that matters most. So this collaboration allows us to extend opportunities to a broader community and also invest in the next generation of tech talent, which is in line with what we do at T-Trans. So we are thrilled to offer a practical support by providing data packages, tablets, and laptops to the winners or qualified students. We believe that this tool will make a significant impact by helping you focus on learning and even in this aspect of a personal growth where without barriers and accessibility to resources. So we also have, after our partnership with TFM, we'll also continue to collaborate with them because they share in our goal and vision as well with what they do. And we are looking at holding some webinars by next month, which is designed to give you insight into the industry, trends to watch, and skills you will need to stay ahead. And the best part is that you will all this will all be lead up to a free class which we are hoping to kick off by January. It's going to be a comprehensive tech training program which will start by January, and it is designed to prepare you for the real world tech careers and help you find confidence and be capable in what you do. So we love to keep everyone in the loop with our partnership with CFM. Do well to make sure you follow us on our social media on X, Instagram, or Facebook. And I want to thank you very much for joining the TFM program and for paying attention, getting all the knowledge that's being shared on this platform. Thank you very much, Precious. Thank you very much for all the attendees. Back to you now, Precious.
Thank you so, so much. Thank you, Mr. Patrick. It's really a privilege having you here. And thank you for the awesome opportunities that you have packed for us next year. Thanks for your mission and vision. Thanks for imparting on the lives of every youth out there. You know, one of the things I really admire about NGOs and people that are out there seeing that youths are doing well, seeing that the next generation are doing well. I really admire them. This is investing in lives, and whosoever invests in life, you are creating a better future for the next generation. We really appreciate and we thank you for all you are doing. We thank you for coming to TFM. We thank you for all that you have in store for us for next year. And that is my sincere prayer that everything works together for the good of your firm and also for our ladies. Thank you so much. Thank you for tonight.
All
It's an
right,
awesome
thank you
privilege
too.
having you here.
I can see amazing ideas in the comment section from your students. Amazing. Hopefully, TFM will organize a brainstorming session in the future where you can come in to pitch your idea and we can scrutinize them and give you some advice. And I believe that TFM will do something about that. Thank you, everyone, for sharing your ideas. Thank you, Precious.
All right. Thank you so much. Thank you, girls. Right. Okay. I don't know if we still have Mr. Asher on the call.
Am I good to continue, please? I would want to respond.
All right. I think Mr. Asher's network is still acting up. So for now, I think we've been able to we grasped all that he had said today, and I would really advise us to still go back to every point he has given to us. We should go back to them. Remember what he said, that you might not really want to stand on the stage, but wherever you are working, you would want to pass information. If you are selling stuff, if you are into business, you would want to communicate with your customers, you want to sell your idea, you want to tell people why you should be hired in their team, you would want to communicate with people. And sorry about that. So you would want to communicate with people. There's power in communication. Yes, power in communication. There are some times that you would want to sell your idea, just like, okay, I think we have Mr. Asha here. So Mr. Asha,
Yes, can you hear me, please?
yes, I can.
Okay, good. So I think I need to round up already because we really don't have time at this part of the world, right? So we've talked about audacity, we've talked about awareness, and the last one I would want to talk about is authenticity. And during the course of me talking, I know I talked about authenticity, but I want to delve back again into awareness, that awareness is paramount, right? In awareness, there's an ability for us to scrutinize the environment. In awareness, there's an ability for us to listen. Now, one of the things that we must have as great speakers or as great communicators is the ability for us to listen. I'll say it again. One of the things that makes us great speakers, or one of the things that makes us great communicators, is the ability to listen. When you have fully grasped the ability to listen, then you'll be aware about every single thing, not just happening within your environment, also outside of your environment, because that also makes your environment, right? So it's important that in as much as you have audacity, you must have awareness. And in awareness, I have said that you must be conscious. And the ability for you to be conscious is for you to listen. What's the difference between hearing and listening? Hearing is not subconscious, or hearing is not conscious. Listening is through all forms of deliberateness. Listening is intentional, right? For you to listen, it means you're paying grass attention to every single thing happening. Listening to the people who are talking, listening to the people who are sharing their contribution. Probably on this call, you think I'm much of a talker. I literally don't talk. People who know me before, I don't talk. I literally do not talk. But if you give me the opportunity to, definitely, I would have to grasp through every single thing everybody has been saying, and I will say them and say it in a very better, more presentable way. Why? Because I have spent time penning down. I have spent time listening, not to change what people said, but listening to understand. Write it down. You must listen to understand, right? So with that being said, I'll talk about the last one. The last one is authenticity. Like I said, I've once talked about authenticity in one way or two, because I found that it's something that people miss out in this part of the world, right? I'm also a voiceover artist, and one of the things people try to do is probably try to fake an accent, right? But you must be you, right? People find it so beautiful when you do the things you should do in your most creative way. Most of us, we know Chimamanda, right? And she has traveled far and wild. Most of you will know Genevieve. I mentioned these particular women because they have struck hard into their various industry, into the movie industry, into the literally writing industry. Beautiful, great personality. But when you listen to them carefully, you find out that what they have is what we call a neutral accent. A neutral accent is defined as those who will communicate well with clearness, those who will communicate well with audacities through, and those who also communicate well with all forms of audibility. Clearness, audacity, and audibility. Your words must be pronounced well, right? Your words must be clear enough. Because if you don't get these things right, you can also have your own style. Because for you to have your own style, you must learn also how to speak. We talked about listening. Listening is not just to help you for awareness. Listening will also help you find a possible way for you to redefine and refine your skill too as a person. I'm sure that makes sense. Precious, give me a thumbs up. I need to be sure that you can hear me too. Right, great. So awareness, audacity, and authenticity. We talked about the 3 P's in public speaking. Now I'm talking about the 3 A's in public speaking. These would put you on a very high motion to be sure that you have an advantage more than people who know how to speak. Now I'm led to talk about the last thing, which is what I've spoken about before now, which is listening. Now, you see, for those who will pay attention to details, will be an added advantage again. This is the most used word today. An added advantage for those who are going to benefit the things they should benefit in life. I use life because it's all round. Pay attention to details. Do not speak because you want to argue. Speak, or do not listen because you need to argue. Pardon me. You must also listen to be sure that you need to understand. I don't know if that makes sense at all. You must listen to understand. Please write in the comment section. You must listen to understand. Listen to understand, because everybody will be tested. Now, one of the things that people know, people who are paying attention, because there will be a time whereby they call you out to add up 1 or 2 contributions to what they've said. Right, and if you've not been paying attention to whatever you need to, paying attention to what people have been saying, you will have few words to say. Right, we know that fear may be a problem. Right, we know that what people think may be a problem, but let's try as much as possible to kill the first thing, which is making sure that we pay attention. Why we talk about listening is because the attention span of the world population has reduced to over 5 seconds. Right, so for us to be great speakers, we need to be intentional about listening. People may not be what do we use the word now? People may not be as sweet to listen to, but because of information sake, in quote, we need to listen to people. Right, we need to listen to people. One of the things I did when I was growing up was watching a lot of news because of my father. Then I love watching cartoon. One of my best cartoons then was Lion King. Right, and I was telling somebody today that my father was so strict up to the point that if you are watching cartoon and NEPA take light or they seize light, there's a problem already, because your father will come, because there's one TV at home. Then he will ask you, excuse me, this station was on Al Jazeera, how come that is now on Cartoon Network or is now on this network? There's a problem already, guys. They so beat me. So because I didn't want to start playing along that line because of beatings, I was forced to start watching news. So over the years, I watched Al Jazeera, I watched BBC News. I love the way they present. Right, I paid, not because I had contribution, I just love the way they present. So I'm saying again that you will become a better version when you listen. Scripture will say, because it's Sunday, that out of your belly shall flow rivers of living waters. I'm going to break it down for you. See, if you don't have anything, you can't give anything. Write it down. You are an abundance of what you have already. So check yourself. If all you are doing is scrolling through Instagram, most of you, your feed is very dark, man. Insta blog, the things that are showing on the feed is just a lot here and there.
You go on Twitter, your algorithm is working for you. Every single thing that you like to see is what you will see. I'm sorry, but that's what it is. Every single thing you want to see is what you see. But you need to change your timeline that we can balance these things. That in as much as we hear the latest gist, let us be sure that even the people we love to listen to also come up on our timeline. That's the truth, guys. Even the people we love the most must come up in our timeline, in addition to the gist and gossip we want to hear in what we need to do. Because I say again with all due humility that you can become a better version if you pay attention to details, if you pay attention to the things you need to pay attention to. I ask us intentionally that can we list out the persons we really love as role models? Give attention to them a little more. Listen to them. Listen to podcasts. Right, that's what I do most of the time. If you check my Spotify, there are few, there are three speakers there. One of them is a podcaster. The other of them is a pastor. The other of them is a podcaster. The rest are music. But try as much as possible, ladies and gentlemen, to pay attention to details, to pay attention to listen to understand, because there will be a day whereby you'll be called to speak and you want to be able to sell yourself out in the best possible way. I know Precious would have been sharing a story here and there, but I could tell the story she was going to share with us, right? But one of the ways I could recommend her for anything she would want to go for is because I've seen her once and twice speaking, right? They will not recommend you to the jobs when we know that you will not perform well. Right here and here, if you are given the opportunity to speak, please and please do not hurry, right? I'm able to talk as fast as the way I should talk or with gain so much fluency because I've done it over the years doing what I'm doing, right? But if you know that this is what you love to do, for example, one. Secondly, if you know that you love sharing ideas with people, two. Number three, if you know you may want to lead a team, please and please pay attention to listening so you can be a great communicator. And once you do that, you will definitely have a beautiful, great career advancement if you learn the act of public speaking. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for your time. I would have to end here today. I don't know if there are questions, but if there is any question, I'll be ready to really answer at this point in time. Thank you so much, Stephen. Thank you so much, everybody in the comment section. Thank you so much, Precious, for having me.
Thank
So I'm going to
you,
unmute my
Mr.
mic.
Asha. Somebody say capacity in the comment section. Guys, say capacity. Regardless the network was trying to misbehave, but we still got content, we still got value. Somebody write capacity. If you have questions, please drop them because our time is fast spent before Mr. Astra leaves us so that he can answer your questions. Please, if you have questions, ask him now, drag him now that you are seeing him. Let me check if we have questions in the chat section. Thank you so much, Mr. Asher. Thank you. Asha King, the public speaker. Ah, man, that name has recorded on my head. So let's see if we have. Guys, bring in your questions now that you have him with you. If you have any questions, just write it down in your comment section. Let's ask Mr. Aksha before he leaves us. There are some opportunities that comes to you. You just need to utilize the opportunity. Please use it well now before it goes. Okay, someone has a question. Okay, what is your LinkedIn name? LinkedIn profile name, please. Okay, just type his full name in all the platforms you will see it. Go on IG, Facebook, and LinkedIn. Type his full name. The full name is on the flyer. Type it, you will see it. That's the name he answers. Okay, no questions, guys. That means we are all okay. All right, that's fine. That's perfect. Thank you, Mr. Asha. It was an impactful section. Thank you so much. I believe that they've gained value. Thank you, TFM, for this opportunity for the girls. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Okay, I think since there's no question, we have come to the end of today's soft skills series. Thank you so much, Mr. Asha. Your students, they said they don't have question. That means they understood you very, very well and they are ready to practice all that you have said. We are watching at. Okay, I think the session is okay. No question, no question. We are all good. Please go on LinkedIn, go on your social media, make noise, tag Mr. Asha along. Let him know you're in his class and let us know the value that you got from tonight's class. You must listen to understand. Yeah, share your
Okay, sorry,
insights, all the
I
insights you
needed
got.
to. Sorry, Precious. Just to add up, right? So, there are a lot of platforms I'm quite much more active in. So, if you're on Instagram, you can just search for Asha_Aurora, and whatever you learned, maybe I may have a giveaway for somebody, but whatever you learned, type it on your story and tag TFEM and tag Asha, and best also tag Precious, right? So when we see these tags, we can definitely repost. So whatever you learned, I saw a lot of things people were writing down in the comment section, quite beautiful. So you can go on Instagram, right? You can even have a screenshot of this meeting. We need TFM to train this night, right? Have a screenshot. Everybody have a screenshot of this meeting right away, like right now, have a screenshot of this meeting. When you've done that, type done. The aim of having this screenshot is we need to be sure that we have the right people viewing what we do. Do you understand? So have a screenshot of this meeting. Now on the below, when you have a free space, write what you learned. I learned that I want to become an intentional speaker, or I learned that those who will become great speakers must become great listeners. You can tag TFM, tag Precious, tag Asha. We will definitely repost. So let's train this together. Thank TFM African Fellowship for doing this with us. Yeah, so that's what I have to say. Thank you so much.
All right, thank you so much, Mr. Asher. Thank you. All right, girls, let's go and make noise. Let's tag our coach for tonight. Tag TFM, tag me on LinkedIn, on IG, on Facebook, and let's let them know what you are learning. Seriously, TFM is doing a great job. TFM has impacted life. So we call it a night. Good night, everyone.